I'm happy. I like him. I love him. I never really been a dating person.
Right.
Family, you're not going to believe this one. Cardi B has finally spoken out. And what she revealed about her relationship with NFL star Stefon Diggs has the whole internet on fire. But before I break it all down, wait and watch this clip to see exactly what Cardi said with her own mouth, because this one is shaking the culture.
But I'm happy. I like him. I love him. I never really been a dating person.
Right.
I always been in long relationships since I was like 21.
So with Stefon, how has he inspired you creatively or personally? I've seen y'all in the gym. Yeah, you talk about you don't do the gym, and I see you in the gym now. So,
well, personally,
Yeah.
I mean, creatively is a little different because we do different jobs. But personally, it's like I will never complain about my job. I will never complain about lack of sleep. I will never complain. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not one of those people that like I don't really have a sleep schedule. I don't really have like I don't even like to like map out my day. Sometimes I don't even like to look at my schedule of the month. I just be like, what we doing tomorrow? Alright, we're gonna do it. What we doing this week? Cause it just overwhelmed me. So one thing that I have been learning is like to be more organized, not complain, because he has to do two different things. He has to learn his book, so it's like you have, not only do you have to study, you also have to get physical, and you have to be in bed at a certain time. You're literally in the military. You like really work hard. Like it's like I work hard, but you know what I'm saying, I could take a little break, I could lay back, you know what I'm saying, I don't really gotta running, but very inspirational to see how hard somebody works. It's just like, wow, you should be proud of you.
To tell me all in 1 week, Cardi B done freaking won her case. She done cleared the rumors that she's not pregnant. She done dropped a teaser that's going crazy of her new song, Bodega Baddie, dropping September 19th. She done dropped the interview talking about how she was offered to do the Super Bowl but turned it down because she wanted to make sure, you know, it's going to be so much better with as she dropped more music. You guys, I don't think you guys understand what's going on right now. Her album title is making so much sense. Am I the drama? Because everything is lining up so back to back. How do you successfully fake your pregnancy for months? How do you successfully fake your pregnancy for months? Had everybody out here talking about some Cardi B is pregnant and this is why, you know, she has never done a tour and blah, 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 and X, Y, and Z. She always getting pregnant. She stay getting pregnant. Bam, baby, I'm not pregnant. It was a publicity stunt. It was publicity stunt for attention. I got an album coming out. Yes, I am the drama. I love this. This is brilliant. I don't know who her team is, but whoever is behind all of this, y'all are smart. Y'all are brilliant. I love it. I can't wait till this project drops.
And trust me, you're going to want to see how fans reacted. Because some are in shock, some are cheering, and others are straight up screaming, wow, at the fact that Cardi would admit something so personal. Stay tuned, because in just a second, I'm rolling that fan reaction clip that's got social media buzzing. Now let's get into it. Cardi B, the Bronx-born rap queen, sat down for an interview where the conversation turned emotional, vulnerable, and surprisingly raw. For the first time, she openly admitted that Stefon Diggs makes her feel something she hasn't felt in years: safety, happiness, real love. According to Cardi, Stefon is not just a man in her life, he's been a constant. She revealed that even during her stormy marriage with Offset, when things were crumbling behind the scenes, Stefon would check up on her. Yes, you heard that right. While she was still married, Diggs was reaching out, making sure she was okay. The revelation sent shockwaves through the room. You could almost feel the weight in Cardi's voice when she admitted, "Stefon always checked up on me, even when I was married." That statement alone has people dissecting timelines, raising eyebrows and wondering just how long this bond between the rapper and the NFL star has been building. Let's not sugarcoat it. Offset's name may not have been directly dragged in this particular confession, but the undertone was loud. Cardi essentially admitted that while her marriage was collapsing, another man, not her husband, was the one giving her the emotional support she craved. Now this raises the million-dollar question. Was Stefon Diggs just a concerned friend back then? Or was he always the silent love interest waiting in the wings? Fans are already taking sides, some calling it romantic destiny, while others are calling it emotional cheating. The debate is out there, and we're going to unpack both sides in this video. What's undeniable is how Cardi described her current feelings. She said it plainly. "I'm happy. I'm in love." Those words are not ones Cardi throws around lightly. For a woman who has battled public breakups, messy lawsuits, and non-stop media pressure, to admit she's found peace with Stefon Diggs, it's a powerful statement. And you know the internet never sleeps. The moment those clips surfaced, fans stormed social media with instant reactions. From shocked GIFs to wow comments flooding timelines, people are calling this one of the most unexpected love stories in celebrity culture this year. But hold on, it doesn't stop there. Because Cardi's confession is not just about love, it's about timing, loyalty, and what this means for her already complex history with Offset. And trust me, the next part of this story is going to make you look at Cardi and Stefon's relationship in a whole new way. Don't move, because the layers go way deeper than you think. So let's talk about the elephant in the room: Offset. Cardi B may not have dropped his name directly in this confession, but everyone knows the history. From public spats on Twitter to messy cheating scandals, to that roller coaster marriage that had more ups and downs than a Six Flags ride. Offset's ghost is still looming large over Cardi's new relationship. And here's where it gets even spicier. Fans are now dissecting the timeline, pointing out that if Stefon Diggs was checking on Cardi during her marriage, then Offset might not have been the only man in her orbit all along. Some are saying this proves Offset was never emotionally available, and others are dragging Cardi for entertaining another man while still married. The drama is thick. But here's the flip side, and it's a big one. Cardi didn't say Stefon was her lover back then. She said he checked up on her, made her feel cared for, and showed her emotional support when she needed it most. And let's be honest, in a toxic marriage where love is falling apart, sometimes it's the small gestures from outsiders that keep a person sane. Was Diggs simply the friend who stepped in when Cardi was lonely? Or was this the beginning of something deeper? Fans have been weighing in heavy. One fan tweeted, "Offset was embarrassing her in public while Diggs was checking on her in private. That's the difference between a boy and a man." Another fan fired back with, "Cardi should have left Offset before entertaining anyone else. It's messy." See what I mean? The internet is split straight down the middle. And here's where the word wow comes in again. Because Cardi didn't just say she loves Stefon, she said she feels safe with him. That one word has everybody talking. Safety is not just about protection. It's about trust, about being able to breathe, about not looking over your shoulder wondering if the person next to you is lying or betraying you. Compare that to her public history with Offset, where cheating rumors, infidelity confessions, and endless headlines followed them for years. Suddenly, Stefon Diggs being the man who makes Cardi feel safe carries a lot of weight. It's not just romance, it's healing, it's security. It's the antidote to all the chaos she had before. But you know Cardi. She doesn't just say things lightly. By making this confession public, she's essentially drawing a line in the sand. She's saying, "Yes, my past was messy, but my present is love, happiness, and safety." And let's be real, that's as much a message to her fans as it is a subtle jab to her ex. Now, here's where the story takes a twist, because while fans are excited to see Cardi glowing in love, others are warning her to be careful. Remember, she's still navigating lawsuits, court appearances, and public drama every other week. Some people are questioning whether bringing her love life into the spotlight again could backfire. One fan comment stood out to me. "We love seeing Cardi happy, but sis needs to protect her peace. Keep Diggs private, don't make him Offset 2.0. That comment alone has gotten thousands of likes. It shows that while fans are rooting for her, they also don't want to see her repeat the mistakes of her past. And that sets up the million-dollar question. Is Cardi's love with Stefon Diggs strong enough to survive the spotlight, the haters, and the chaos of celebrity culture? Or will history repeat itself like it did with Offset? Stick around, because what I'm about to tell you next might just answer that question in a way you didn't see coming. Now let's dig into the heat that's surrounding Cardi and Stefon Diggs right now. Because while Cardi is shouting her love from the rooftops, not everyone is applauding. Some people are whispering, and some are yelling, that this relationship might already be under fire before it's even had a chance to fully bloom. First, there's the timing issue. Cardi B and Offset's relationship has been a public train wreck for years, but their final separation hasn't been neatly tied up with a bow. So fans are asking, is it too soon? Did Cardi really give herself enough healing time before jumping into something new? Or has she been emotionally connected to Diggs long before the marriage truly ended? And this is where the controversy kicks in. Because when Cardi said Stefon checked up on her even when she was married, that statement left the door wide open for speculation. People are now asking, was this a friendship built on genuine care? Or was it an emotional escape route for Cardi when her marriage was crumbling? Let's be honest. Emotional connections can sometimes hurt more than physical betrayals. And some fans are pointing out that Offset might have been cheating with other women, but Cardi, according to her own confession, was finding comfort in another man. And that raises the question, who really betrayed who first? But here's the twist. Despite all the whispers, Cardi looks unbothered. She's smiling in pictures, glowing in interviews, and showing the world a version of herself that fans haven't seen in a long time. She's not hiding. She's not apologizing. She's standing 10 toes down on her love for Diggs, and that boldness is part of why people can't stop talking about it. Social media is a war zone right now. One side is saying, let her be happy, Offset had his chance, and he blew it. The other side is saying, this is messy, this is rushed, and Cardi is setting herself up for heartbreak all over again. And just like that, we've got the perfect storm of drama. But what makes this story even more intense is that Stefon Diggs himself isn't exactly a stranger to controversy. As an NFL star, he's constantly in the spotlight. And while his public image is mostly positive, let's not forget, football season is grueling, and the pressures that come with fame can test even the strongest relationships. Fans are already asking, can Stefon handle being Cardi B's man in the middle of all this chaos? Because here's the thing, Cardi's world is unlike anyone else's. She's a megastar rapper, a mother, a public figure who lives under constant scrutiny. The lawsuits, the media frenzy, the fans, the haters, being with Cardi B is not for the weak. And while Stefon Diggs may have the muscles for the NFL, does he have the emotional strength to survive the circus that comes with dating Cardi? That's the looming shadow over this love story. It's not just about romance. It's about survival. Can their love withstand the spotlight? Or will the same fame that tore down Cardi and Offset come creeping around again to test this new chapter? And trust me, if you think the drama ends here, you're mistaken. Because what I'm about to tell you in the next section will leave you with more questions than answers. It's about what Cardi's confession really means for her future, her family, and maybe even her career. Stay with me. The next part is where the stakes get higher than ever. Let's get real for a second, family. Behind the lights, the cameras, and the headlines, Cardi B is still a mother of 3. And that's where things get even more complicated. Because while fans are busy dissecting her love life, Cardi is juggling school runs, lawsuits, and album deadlines. Adding a new romance to the mix? That's a whole different level of pressure. Cardi herself admitted in her confession that she feels safe and happy with Stefon. But here's the thing. Feeling safe as a woman and feeling safe as a mother are two different worlds. Fans are now wondering, will Stefon Diggs step into that father figure role? Or will Cardi keep her kids shielded from her new love for as long as possible? And we can't ignore the elephant in the room, Offset. Whether you love him or hate him, He's still the father of Cardi's children. And you know how messy things get when co-parenting mixes with new love interests. Offset might be silent now, but don't forget, he's had his fair share of bitter clapbacks before. If he feels replaced, it could spark a whole new chapter of drama. The bigger question, though, is this. Can Cardi manage to keep her family life stable while opening her heart so publicly again? Because the last time her love life was front and center, it overshadowed her music, her brand, and even her peace of mind. Fans remember those tearful Instagram lives, the late-night rants, and the endless back and forth. Nobody wants to see her repeat that cycle. And speaking of music, let's talk about how this new relationship could affect her career. Cardi has been teasing her long-awaited album, Am I the Drama? And fans are desperate for her to return to the throne with another era-defining project. But love has a funny way of shifting priorities. Will Diggs inspire her? Or will all this drama pull her focus away from the music we've all been waiting for? Some fans are already predicting that her relationship with Diggs will bleed into the album's storytelling. Imagine hearing Cardi rap about love, safety, and trust. Themes she hasn't really explored in depth before. It could be groundbreaking, or it could spark even more speculation about her personal life. Either way, it's clear, Diggs isn't just in her heart, he might be in her music too. But don't get it twisted. Not everyone is rooting for this. There's a wave of fans calling for Cardi to keep her love life private this time around. They argue that by going public so early, she's inviting scrutiny, trolls, and unnecessary drama that could derail her again. And let's be honest, the internet can be brutal. Still, Cardi isn't the type to hide. She's built her career on transparency, on being raw and unfiltered, on letting fans into her life, even the messy parts. So when she says she's happy and in love, you better believe she's going to say it loud and clear, no matter who has a problem with it. Which brings us back to the central question. Is this love story with Stefon Diggs a healing chapter for Cardi? Or is it the start of another headline-driven roller coaster? The truth is, it could be both. And that's what makes it so captivating. Fans can't look away, because they know anything can happen next. And trust me, in the final part of this story, I'm going to break down what all of this means for Cardi B's legacy. Love, family, career, reputation, it's all on the line. The final twist might just leave you saying, wow, all over again. Stay locked in. Family, let's not get it twisted. What Cardi B just admitted about Stefon Diggs isn't just gossip, it's history in the making. Because when you think about her journey, from being a stripper in the Bronx to dominating hip-hop to surviving scandals, lawsuits, and heartbreak, seeing her openly declare love again feels like the start of a brand new era. And for Cardi, this isn't just about romance. It's about rewriting the narrative. Too many times she's been painted as the victim, the angry woman, or the messy wife. But now, she's presenting herself as the woman who chose herself, who found peace in someone new, and who isn't afraid to say, I deserve happiness. But let's be honest, the risk is real. Cardi B's confession has set off a firestorm of speculation, debates, and fan wars. And we all know how fast love stories can go from sweet to sour in the spotlight. Will Stefon Diggs stay solid under all the pressure? Or will this story take another messy turn in a few months? And here's something to think about. Stefon isn't just any man. He's an NFL star with his own spotlight, his own scandals waiting to unfold, and his own fans watching his every move. If this relationship grows, we're talking about one of the biggest celebrity-athlete power couples in the game right now. The question is, will that power double their strength or double their problems? Cardi's fans are holding their breath. Some are saying, sis finally got the love she deserves. Others are warning and don't rush, protect your peace. And through it all, Cardi seems calm, collected, and absolutely glowing. Love has a way of making even the hardest times feel lighter, and you can see that energy all over her. But this isn't just about Cardi and Stefon. This is about culture. This is about how women in the spotlight are judged for moving on, for loving again, for daring to find happiness after public heartbreak. Cardi's confession forces us all to ask, why do we cheer men for moving on quickly, but question women when they do the same? In the end, What matters most is this. Cardi B said she feels safe. She feels loved. She feels happy. And after everything she's endured, maybe, just maybe, she's finally found the peace she's been searching for. So what's next? Will Cardi and Stefon become the new blueprint for love in the spotlight? Or will the haters, the lawsuits, and the chaos tear them apart? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. We'll be here watching every twist, every turn, and every wow moment along the way. And speaking of watching, family, don't forget, if you're here for the drama, the truth, and the storytelling that keeps you hooked, make sure you smash that subscribe button right now. Because trust me, the next story we've got cooking is even crazier than this one. Until then, let's end on this note. Cardi B is in love,